going on, everybody? I just broke down Gore versus Tulio. At first, I did not want to take even a side in this fight, but that's why you love breaking down film, because then you can see things, and then you see the other fighter do things, and then you're like, oh, you can make one big conclusion on who you think is gonna win. And I was slightly leaning towards Gore before I watched the film. Now I am stupid confident in Tulio winning. I don't think Gore is good like at all. Every time he shows up, he hasn't shown anything. Like, he doesn't have an X factor. You could say his grappling, not really. Like, I know he got two submissions in his last two fights, but man, was he gassing against Josh Frem? Was that his name? Yes, Josh Frem. He was gassing. If this fight had gone to 3 rounds, Frem would have had the possibility of getting a submission. Because honestly, I don't rate this guy Gore good at all. He does have good boxing, but it's only offensively. He doesn't have good defensive boxing at all. His defense is only his high guard. He doesn't move his head. He keeps his head on the center line. He does, weave and slip a little bit, but you'll rarely see it. And that's why I think anything up the middle is going to be free for Tulio. One thing about Tulio, though, is his striking defense is like, I don't even know how to, I can't express myself on how bad his striking defense is. I hate it. I hate it. He does have slip and rips. He does cut angles good, but he drops his hands after every single exchange, bro. You could watch any of his fights. He drops his hands after every single exchange. I don't know why he does it. That's the most terrible what's it called? Habit you can have, right? And he has this dumbass blitz where like, it's stupid, bro. His blitz, by the way, it is effective. Like, it's kind of like the DDP blitz, but like, it's even more ugly. And I guarantee he's gonna do it against Gore, and that's why I think he's gonna win. But it is so ugly because he keeps his chin up in the air, and oh my god, dude, against his two fights, right? What was it? Duclos? There we go. I forgot his name. He was getting countered like a lot. A lot. Now, Duclos isn't very good, which would scare people. And by the way, he was getting countered a lot by Bergoli, but then, man, Bergoli, whatever his name is, has that tall man defense, keeps his chin in the air too. And Tulio was catching him, so he was being hesitant, and then Tulio took him down. By the way, Tulio, what I like about Tulio too is he has an actual game plan. He doesn't go in fights just thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get this dude out of there." Nah, he makes game plans, and if he catches you, he catches you. By the way, that win was impressive. This win right here against this 6'5" demon. Look at that. What the fuck? 6'5" demon. That's a tough win. Isn't this middleweight? Yeah, this is middleweight. Damn, I don't even. Like I said, I always say this. I don't usually bet middleweights, but I'm gonna bet on Tulio. And the line, man, the line is kind of it's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Minus 360 is probably gonna be like a minus 340 or 400. It's probably gonna be like minus 400 by the end of the week. I like Tulio though. Gore gasses in fights if he grapples. If there's any grappling, he's gonna gas. And what the fuck? Oh, someone just passed my. Never mind. And Gore's defense is literally just to put his high guard up, right? And in boxing, it's good to do a high guard because you have bigger gloves and you can have more defense. But in MMA, I don't know how good it is. I know only some people could perfect it. Not even perfect it because it's just you don't see a lot of high level people do it. Ilya Topuria has one. Peter Yan really relies on his high guard, but that's why it's so easy to take him. Not easy to take him down, but that's why takedowns have been so been a problem in his career. So Tulio, I could see him grappling Gore. But it's just Tulio clears everywhere, man. It's literally just his chin that I'm worried about. And it's just like the Medeiros versus Hubbard fight where I told everybody that Medeiros was going to win. But I'm scared that Medeiros is going to get knocked out one day. And it could. This is the difference, though. Tulio could get knocked out by Gore. But will he? No, because I don't think Gore has that. I don't think he has those weapons in his arsenal to counter Tulio when Tulio's coming in. If he does, then he might knock out Tulio because Gore does have a nasty check left, and Tulio was getting lit up by check lefts by what's this dude's name? The Russian guy, Dukos. But there's Dukos comes from a kickboxing background, right? And Gore comes from a boxing background. You could tell by his shots too. The way he turns his hip into his when he's throwing shots is nice. Good rotation. So Gore definitely does have power. But we haven't seen in we haven't seen in Gore fights where he's sitting down in the pocket and countering. He doesn't do that. I don't think he has that ability. 5-2 fighter. Yeah, man. He doesn't have that much experience anyway. He's not a prospect. He's on, bro. 5-2 against a 13-1. Think about it. Holy shit, he has so many pullouts. How long has he been fighting for? Since 2014. Bro, he's not that... I don't like to shit on him, but he's not that good for having that many fights. Gore. I think Tulio's going to make this look... He might make this look easy, yeah. Because he doesn't tire out either. And they're both super explosive, but I think Tulio's explosion is more like spontaneous and like, you know, like, dude, he dropped this Russian guy in the Dana White Contender Series on a fucking spinning back kick to the ribs, bro. Like, that was nasty. And Gore, he only has his boxing and a roundhouse kick. That's all he has, bro. I mean, if Gore grapples Tulio, I don't see him getting a sub either. Because Tulio's grappling, he has grappling awareness, you know? I'm not going to overthink this. If Gore comes out with a wrestling game plan like he has been in the past 2 fights, I think he's going to gas out in the first round. I think Tulio could get a stoppage. If Tulio... By the way, Gore only got knocked out in his last, his knockout loss against Cody Brundage because he threw a leg kick and he was off balance. And then, like I said, it's easy to get stuff up the middle against a high guard. Gore didn't move his head after he missed the kick. Put his hands up and boom, a fucking overhand down the middle knocked him down. And then he got knocked out after that against Cody Brundage. And I think Tulio hits way harder than Cody Brundage. I think Tulio is gonna read the high guard from Gore, and he's gonna drop him with something down the middle, and he might get a sub. I can see a club and sub. I'm gonna just go because I think Gore's gonna tire, man. I really do. I think he's gonna gas out. I know I'm gonna be spot on this fight too. I know I am. But club or sub. Let's go round 3. Let's go round 3 KO. All right, that's the video.